the Microsoft OSs called as Windows. Okay. So also we'll discuss Windows, Linux, and other operating system and differences. So called as Windows operating systems. Okay. So why we call it as a Windows operating system? Because of in GI mode, everything is a window. You open a folder, it's a window. See, this is a window. You open a application, it's like you open in a box. The box is a window. So there is a joke, right? It is Bill Gates is a founder. Bill Gates is a founder of Microsoft operating system, a founder of Microsoft organization, not operating system. It is, of course, they started with a Microsoft DOS only. Okay, so when they started a Microsoft kind of stuff, so they put a Windows operating system after DOS. Next level means GI level of DOS is Windows. So there is a question like Bill Gates name is Gates, then why he put a operating system name is Windows, not Gates. Okay, so the window meaning is the thing whatever you open, that is a window. Okay, that's one thing for that's the first thing. The second okay, the second one is different type of Windows operating systems came into market. So the server operating systems, desktop based operating systems also came up. So desktop operating systems, server related operating systems also came up into from the Microsoft. In desktop also we have a Windows 1. Okay, in desktop also we have a Windows 1. Like a desktop operating systems are a client side. So normal regular users are a client side operating system. It is a regular operating system for running application, web browsing, games, like thing, and also use it for a client related kind of stuff. Okay. Windows 1, Windows 2, Windows 3, Windows 4, like that. There is so many Windows also they have Windows NT. Okay, so like that. So if you start with the starting to now, it is a lot of Windows will be there. Okay, so I'm not doing that one. So Windows is more acceptable. Windows is Windows NT, Windows NT. Okay, and 95, 97. There's a subparts are there. So 97 plus 98 SE. There's a subparts also there. I'm not going that. So 2000 Millennium. Yeah, what's the Millennium 2000 year is a millennium year. Every 1000 it is a millennium, like a 1000, 2000, 3000, 4000 is a millennium years. Okay, 2000 is a 2000 millennium year. So Microsoft launched Millennium, but it is utter flap. Okay, so don't worry. Windows XP 2000, 2000 XP Vista 7, 8, 8.1, and Windows 10. Now it is 11. These are the desktop based operating system. 1, 2, 3, 4 is also there. Server based operating system. Okay. It is used for install server as service roles and features. server OS provide different type of services. Okay, by installing. So here it is in Windows servers. Start Windows NT. Okay, Windows servers start with Windows NT 2000, 2003, 2008, 2008 R2, 2012, 2012 R2, 2016, 2019, 2022. So these are the different type of Windows operating systems, server operating systems will release. In generally, so I am putting here in a desktop, in generally, in Windows desktop operating systems, in generally, we have a editions are there. So what are these editions? Are Home, Pro, Enterprise. Okay, of course, the additional ones are there. So additional ones are also there. That is called a business. Okay, ultimate business editions, ultimate editions. Okay, home basic editions. Like this. This is a extra. May not be there. Okay, it may not be there. Okay. It depends upon voice version. Depends upon voice. For example, you take 7 or Vista. Okay, Windows 7 or Windows Vista, you will get a business, Windows 7 business, 7 ultimate, that kind of stuff. But if you take Windows 8 onwards, Home, Pro, Enterprise is only there. In Windows servers, no, earlier days we have a standard and a data center editions only there. There is only two main things are there. One is standard, another one is a data center. Standard and data center, essential. Essentials. Okay. Of course, nowadays we are getting HyperV, that is not comes under server OS. That is HyperV separate one. Standard data center. Okay. The enterprise separate edition is there. This is old server edition. Now we don't have it. So like this is also old editions. Extra, I'm talking about extra. Okay, so it's a old server edition. Nowadays we don't have a server 2008 enterprise, 2012 enterprise is not there. We have a standard and data center only there. Guys, anybody can able tell Windows server standard and data center difference? This is 2008 onwards, exactly say 2008 or 2 onwards. So important is it is 64-bit. Voice is 64-bit. Okay, so it contains a feature. So because it's a 64-bit, it is having a feature is HyperV feature is also there. Okay, and of course server core is also there. There is a few mistakes. So server core is also there in 2008, not only a R2 part. Okay. Of course, Windows. This is also there in a 2008 itself. We have it. Okay. It's a pure 64-bit. Okay, 2008 64 Hyper-V feature is also there. Just I want to try to say difference between standard and the data center. Mostly, your by interview wise, they won't go to that much of depth. But I'm telling. Okay, so two virtual machines can run two virtual machines in Hyper-V. Okay, that's the only difference. Can run per core license. So 1024 virtual machines in Hyper-V you can able to run, and unlimited VMs can create. Okay, so important is it is also per core license. So per core license, per license or per core license we have to take. Okay, so that is the main difference. Remaining all same. Remaining is everything is same. Essentials support. Okay, essential does not support anything. Okay, so 25 users, as you know, 50 devices it support. No Active Directory, no ADDS, no domain controller, no controlling. Okay, only for small office. Okay, you want a really virtualization solution, that is data center. You don't require any virtualization, like a Hyper-V thing is very optional, very less than it is. In a Microsoft, there's a three type of voice are there. Voice, server voice, which is a GUI mode, that is desktop experience. Okay, desktop experience, that is okay, GUI mode. Next one is server core. It says CLI. It means no GUI. Server core edition is there. This is GUI interface, server core. New one is introduced. The server core is introduced in Windows Server 2008 edition. Okay. Server core is introduced. Nano server. It is runs in Hyper-V VM only. M only. Okay. Very less user interface. Very less user interface. You cannot touch it. Introduced in Windows Server 2016. Okay. In 2016, nano servers are there. Okay. So manage with remote server managers, PowerShell, PowerShell Direct. Okay, so this is the nano servers editions kind of stuff. Yeah, last time there's two more things. When it comes to Windows servers, okay, so what are the roles, basic roles or services of Windows Server? This is a common question in interviews also, right? So this is a common question. Anybody? What are the Windows Server will do? What are the services we can able to give from the Windows servers?
Active Directory.
Very good. Active Directory, domain services, because in 2008 onwards it's a ADDS. 2003 AD, 2008 ADDS. Very good. Just we discussed another one. One more. Keep telling, no problem, guys.
Forest.
Server roles.
DSCP.
Very good. So DHCP server. So we seen only three, right? So mainly three things: Active Directory, domain services, DNS, DHCP. Last week we discussed one more thing: DFS. We discussed iSCSI target. Right? What we discussed, that's first we'll use that one. This is a file service. These are all belongs to file server and iSCSI target. Okay. The file server, DFS, okay, iSCSI kind of stuff. Anything? FSRM, file server, resource manager, DFS, distributed file system. I think by this time you forget that one also. Okay. iSCSI, I showed practically also. iSCSI, FSRM, data deduplication, data deduplication service. Okay. Of course, storage management. So like another storage management is also there. Storage space kind of stuff. Okay. So this is a file server storage management. Both are mixing here. Okay, so other things like a WDS deployment service, Windows deployment service to deploy a operating system to multiple servers. Sorry, multiple machines. I have a 10 computers. 10 computers. I want to install Windows 10. Windows 10 I want to install in a 10 computers. One by one, it will take time. At a time, very difficult. So what to do? Through WDS, I can able to install WDS. WSUS update server, Windows update server. So I have a hundreds of computers are there. Each one you want a update. So that is very difficult through over the internet, right? So what you will do, you download all the update package in a single server. From it, you can able to update it. So that is WSUS service. IIS, guys, what is IIS? What is IIS? Internet Information Service. What is the use of that one? Web server. Web server. Remote access. Remote access. VPN server. Yeah, Hyper-V. So you can create a virtualization kind of stuff. These are some common things in 2008 fall and other things. Of course, not only this thing, there is other things also like a print server is there. Print server is also there. So I can able to show you the print server also. I am unable to show you, but it's okay. You know, this week I like to show this work folder kind of stuff. I'm unable to show that one also. Okay. So DNS like this. So these are the Windows Server roles or services, Active Directory services, DHCP services, DNS services, Windows deployment services, SUS service, Windows update services. Okay, web server. Okay, web server is IIS, Internet Information Service, remote access service like a VPN kind of stuff. If you want to configure VPN or a LAN routing, we use this one. The NPS is also there. Okay, NPS, network policy server, network policy servers are there. Okay, so these are basic things. There's a few more services are there. Earlier we have a 16, now we have almost like a 21, 22 services are there. Print server also manage the print management. Really, we need the starting only. We need a time. So starting we don't get a time. Now we got a time to explain each and everything. So like I can, guys, you can also view in my old videos like a print server work folder configurations. Okay. That's a very good thing. Like Active Directory, when you hear the Active Directory, you got a name called a forest. Okay, so that's also very good one. Okay, so it is a what are the Microsoft operating systems? Microsoft operating system are always remember one thing, that is it is a single user and multi-tasking operating system. Single user multitasking operating system. Okay, so there is a two type of things are there. One is desktop operating system, another is a server operating system. This desktop operating system, some people call it as a workstation OS. Okay, is also same workstation operating system, also same. Different type of operating systems are there. So mainly we use this desktop operating system for a regular purpose of operating system, means for a personal desktop. Okay, so we use this for a personal computer purpose. Yeah, it is okay. It means PCs, laptops, we use it. Okay, so regular running regular applications, web browsing, games, kind of stuff, we use it. Different type of Windows operating system: Windows 1, 1, 2, 2.1, 3, 3, 4, 4.1, 5.1, something it is like that. It is came, and there is a Windows NT, 95, 97, 97 plus, 98, 98 SE, 2000, Millennium, XP, Vista, Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 8.1, Windows 10, Windows 11 is also came into market. Generally, there is a three main editions: Home, Pro, and Enterprises. And Enterprise having all features, everything used for enterprise purpose only for organizations related one. Home and Professional for personal computers, personal laptops, we use Home and Pro editions. The Pro edition is for professional home for everyone, but single user mode you can able to buy it. Of course, licensing is different. So licensing, I'm not talking in a license modes here. I will tell license again in the bottom. Okay. Of course, in other hand, there is a other type of things also people here, like a home basics, home premium, kind of stuff. Home basic is there. Home basic is there. Home is there. Home premium, or like that. It is there. Professional, uh, enterprise, business, ultimate. This kind of different editions are there in a Windows 7, Vista, like that. But when it is comes to the Windows 8, it's only Home, Pro, and Enterprises only there. Okay, so Windows Server operating systems are used to provide a service to the client computers. Okay, so Windows Server operating systems use it for to install a certain service, and it provide a different type of services. Different editions are there, like a Windows, not editions. So voice starting is NT only here. This is not a starting is NT. It is starting is 1, 2 kind of stuff is there. Then only NT came. Okay, but the standard is Windows NT server. Is a server side is NT is a starting new technology. 2000, 2003, 2008, 2008 R2, 2012, 12 R2, 2016, 19, and 22. Windows Server are a standard data center and essential. In some old, like a 2003 Enterprise is there. 2003 Enterprise, 2000 Enterprise editions also there. Okay, that's why it's a some old type of OS having a Enterprise edition is there. Now, from almost as I know, from 2008, 2012, 12 R2, 16, 19, we have a standard and data center only. Essentials are just for a small organization, or like a DHCP, DNS, web server purpose only, or a storage management editions only. Yeah, even a storage purpose also separate Windows Server is came up. So mainly the difference between standard and data center, roles wise, future wise, user, number of users, number of devices support, same. Okay, both are same. Minimum requirements and maximum requirements for both standard and data centers are the same. Okay, so no differences. You can run two virtual machines only in a standard edition at a time. Okay, two virtual machines in Hyper-V per core license. Per one single license, you will get you can able to run two virtual machines at a time. And data center at a time, you can run up to 102 for virtual machines in Hyper-V, and unlimited virtual machines can able to create it. Can able to create it. So that is standard. Essential, we are not much aware of essential kind of stuff. As you know, 25 users, 50 devices, or 25 devices, 50 users, also confusion. No active directory, it cannot, we can't add it to anything. Okay, so that is the thing. In a server operating systems from 2008, lot of changes are occur, guys. Up to 2003, it is a GUI, no other additions. But in a 2008 onwards, there is a two things are introduced. That is desktop experience and server core type. Server core is a CLI, pure CLI, and desktop experience is a GUI mod. Okay, and 2016 nano servers are introduced. Nano servers is runs only in a Hyper-V as a virtual machine, so very less user interface. You can see what is the IP address only. You not even, you can't able to ping it. Okay, you can manage an IP address. We can able to join into the domain, joining domain kind of stuff. We can able to make it, that is okay. No PowerShell, no CMD, nothing. Random servers, no CLI, no command line interface, only that basic interface is there. No, no CLI, no GUI. No GUI. You can manage with a remote server. Different roles of a Windows servers are there. So Windows server means Active Directory, domain services. Of course, there is another things also there. Active Directory, certification services, Active Directory, right management services, Active Directory, uh, LDP services, lightweight directory protocol, means LDAP services, LDP, Active Directory, certification services, ADRMS, lightweight directory access protocol or a directory kind of stuff. One more is federation services. So these are Active Directory services. Why I'm not writing elaborately? Because if I write also, that is we can't able to remember everything, right? Important one is Active Directory, domain services, DNS services, DSCP services, web server, WDS, WSUS, remote access, print servers, Hyper-V servers, and few other services also available. And it is file server and file and storage server. I'll put ampersand and I'll put it file and storage services. So there is a few more things under it. One is DFS, FSRM, iSCSI, data deduplications, work folder. So these are the different type of services from the Microsoft Windows server. Anything you want to add to this Windows server kind of stuff? If you want a questions also, I will give you the questions. So then compulsory, already we discussed it. Okay. Anything you want to add, like Active Directory services? So what is Active Directory? The guarantee. What is OU? What is forest? What is domain? What is work group? That is we are already discussed. When it is come to the server, guys, we discussed about a Windows server. But come to the type of servers is another is there. Type of servers is we can't say what is the type of server. There is a no answer for that one. But as I am trying to say, based on a hardware, Okay, you can say it is a server. Also, like I have a laptop, you can't say it is a server. You can't say it is because it is installed with the Windows 10 and it never be it is a server, right? So we can't say a laptop is a server. You can't say a desktop as a server. You want to say a server, so based on that hardware configuration, based on the hardware configuration or a type, we can say it is a server. It is a server. Okay. Next one is based on server OS installed, based on the server operating system, Windows Server installed, Linux installed, Unix installed, mainframes installed, ASY 400 is installed. Okay, that is a novel netware is installed. So what it is like, based on the OS installation or a thing, you can get it. It's based on the application. Exchange, mail server applications. Okay. So mail server applications or web applications. Okay, like that. So when you are installing an application, automatically your server become a server based on application, based on a server role or a service you installed. Okay. So based on that, a server become a server. So this one we will so check it once. What are the type of hardware servers? Hardware based. Hardware based servers are a tower server, um, rack server. Next one is blade server. Okay, so tower server means I have a very medium scale organization. You may see desktop PCs, right? You may see already desktop PCs. So you can go to tower server. So you can see what are the tower server, how much cost of the tower server, like that. You can see like this. Just I will show the pictures only. Okay, look at these pictures. Okay, these are the tower servers. This is the Dell EMC servers, like that. You can see it's a tower servers. Okay, like it is look like a normal computer, but it is a high towers. It's a bigger in a size than a normal desktop. Okay, so their motherboard processor is also, they use Xenon processor kind of stuff they're using. Okay, so powerful server using. This is a tower server. Next is rack server. Tower server for a single server purpose or two servers. I wanted two servers. Just I will buy two tower servers. Now I want a four servers. I go to market, I buy a four tower servers. So that is single usage, single server purpose, or maybe one or two servers only I want it. I don't want a very big infrastructure. I have a very limited infrastructure, very small organization. So tower servers are enough. For example, this is the good one. Yeah, I'm a very big infrastructure. I have a means I have a servers management is there. Organization is a high level organization. Multiple services are running. Then maybe I can go for a rack also. If you see, this is a complete one set of rack. Okay, this is a also a server. The guy is trying to insert or a pulling out. So that is also a server. See, but it is a rack. In this rack is inserting something that is like this. In the entire this stand is putting a server, or maybe is putting a anything like either it is a server or a switch or a kind of stuff. So it is. So this is a tower. This is a rack. See, entire box is there, is inserting like this. The multiple servers we can able to insert into this stand. So that is called a rack server. The blade servers are like a blades, which you can easily see from here. This is the guy is inserting a blade and removing. In this rack, in single rack, multiple blades we can able to insert. So this is a one complete set of server. Okay, individual complete set of server. This is the small part it is inserting, that is also a server is inserting into this stand. This stand, the rack entire the data center the contains power plugins, network connections, storage connections, everything into one single place only. See it is. So this is the storage related one. Okay. So these are the racks. Each one is one rack only. Each one is one server. So totally whole box it is. You can also look at this blade servers. So I've opened a blade, but I got a not a blade. It is a rack servers. So you look at this. So you can easily look at this rack server. This entirely one single server. So this is the model. Like this. So this is the cost of the server. These are the different specifications of a server. You want to buy, you can buy it. You can go to features like that. This is the internal diagram. You can look at the internal diagram. So it inside again SSD will be there for storing operating system, SMPS. If in case that's a direct SMPS connection type, so SMPS will be there. RAM slots will be there. Okay, processor slot will be there. Okay, simply you can access from outside, from both front end or a back end, both for connections and access purpose. Okay, so each one facility you want it like that, you can you are getting a cost of it. So it's open directly Dell now, so it will show you lot of options. You can see SD module. So you want a VMware vSphere license, then license along with the license, the cost will be there. See CD-ROM, DVD if you want it, what type of voice you want it. So you purchase. Okay, so this is a that is what I show you. That is a rack. The blade thing is look different. Yeah, it's a single rack, but having a multiple blades in it. Somewhere like this, you can see the blades are coming out. Yes, yes. So tell. Yeah, that's a very good lesson. I got a call from Axis Bank. He's not telling the point. Okay, so he's trying to explain something like you will save the money, a lot of things. You will very good. You are going to be do good kind of stuff. And I ask, tell me the point, and the guy is telling, do not share the OTP kind of stuff. In the customer care, guys, when you are talking to the customer means it does not mean a individual person. Like I'm the customer of Axis Bank. It does, okay, that's individual person. But in a customer meaning is not only an individual person, it can be a organizational level client. So this is another important point I want to tell. So when you are communicating to the customer or a client, so very important is greeting is first. Second is the ask them to whether there are right time to talk or not. So there is a two things. One is greeting. Second one is it right time to talk. So these things should be completed within the 2 to 3 seconds only. Just 2 to 3. So is it right time to talk? I'm calling from, good morning, sir. I'm calling from the Axis Bank. And then this is, greeting is like, is it a good time to talk to you? Thank you, sir. So the call is regarding this particular point, like a credit card or something. And then you have to go with the explanation. So then what happened? Customer no need to wait to understand the point. It is not a classroom training, right? It's not my class also. Okay. So my class will first explanation, then last is a point. But it is a call, when you are coming to calling to the customer, or you are dealing with your client. So always highlight what is the matter. This is the matter today we are going to discuss. Sir, we have a query regarding this particular project. We have a query regarding this particular request. So that query we have to involve in. If you are start explaining about your company, your friends, your relatives, your family life to the customer, so what happened? It is not a good thing, right? So my point is, when you are dealing with a client or a customer, what are the name? Client, customer, user. All names are same only. So when you are dealing with them, so always try to make a point. So what is the actually you want to tell? So first tell that one, then we have to discuss about it. Okay, don't come out from a thing. Okay, because he's also having a lot of things. He has lot of busy thing. Okay, he's not a free person, right? Okay, not only just like he don't have any work, so he's ready to listen to everything what you speak. So that is you have to keep in mind. I'm already telling guys, customer does not mean a individual person kind of stuff. Okay, a customer can be a person, a outsider, a external one, or a customer, or a user, or a client can be a part of your organization. Can be a part of your organization. For example, you are managing a cloud for your organization, and your customer is also member of your organization. Okay, the next one is customer can be a external organization, means some other organization. I am we are belongs to 70s, and 70s dealing with some theaters, ticket booking. That's we have a, that is book my show app is there now. So similarly, in a, like a book my show app in US, we in America, in US, the 70s people maintaining book my show kind of app and web interface, both are there. So SAP based system they are maintaining, okay, for a certain theaters. Okay, so like that they explained what is this one, what is this one last time, but we already implemented book my show in India. So that's the thing. So whatsoever it is, okay. So the theater guy, the other person, the people who are using our service is only the service part, but theater is, that is another client. Okay, like we are also maintaining infrastructure for others. We are managing web server for other companies. So like that. So what happened? The client is now organizational level. We are using some services from other organization like AWS. We are using Office 365. We are using 70 is an organization using Office 365 from Microsoft. That Microsoft is another organization. Like we are a client for a Microsoft. Okay, so like this is there. So when you are talking to the client or a customer or a thing, so try to speak the point directly. Okay, so first of all, greeting and permission. First is greeting, permission, point. Never put a something like a formal language. We have to implement, sir. How are you? How are you feel today? So do you eat food or not? You shit well or not? Like that. Don't put all these things nonsense. Greet and permission. Tell the point and and then discussion is the next point only. So based on the customer queries, so that will make interest on you. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to say. Mostly you don't interact with the, any clients in generally, but sometimes you guys also may have to interact with the client based on the project related one. Okay, so our project queries kind of stuff, so issues solving purpose, supporting time, so we may have to contact. So that's why I want to put a ITL first, but we got this one, no problem. But this is, I'm not wasting your time, but point is just a call, I want to tell this thing, because this is very important to understand. Okay, guys, got it? Why I'm telling, or what I'm telling? So this is a blade does not mean very small also. So carrying a very blade, it's also blade. Guys, understand or not? Or I'm muted.
Yes, sir, understand.
Yes, sir.
So these are the hardware wise servers, OS wise. So I am telling this one, it is also integral part of infrastructure. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, infrastructure. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, OS wise, like a Windows servers. If you install a Windows server in a PC, it not need to be a tower server or a rack server. It can be a virtual machine also. If you install a Windows server OS, okay. So obviously, it is a server. We can call it as a server, but it is not providing any service. Server is always call. We call a something as a server means it provides a service. It should be a provider service, but it is not even a provider service. But still, we call them as a server only when based on the hardware configuration or hardware type, and operating system. Linux, in a Linux, like a example, Red Hat Enterprise Linux, Cent OS, or any enterprise Linuxes, Oracle Enterprise Linux, okay, Scientific Linux, Fedora Linux, okay, Debian, Ubuntu servers also come under. So Linux distributions, remember Linux distributions also, Unix, Solaris, HP, UX, IBM, okay, IBM kind of stuff is also there. Mainframe, AS by 400 kind of stuff is also there. So based on the server operating systems, based on the applications, the application based servers. So application means directly it is providing a services. Mail servers, for example, Microsoft Exchange server. Mail server is Microsoft Exchange server is an application. Zimbra mail server. Okay, mail servers or Zimbra mail server. Next, web server. Web server not only based on a role, also it is based on an application. Like a Tomcat is an application. Glassfish. Okay, like so many are there. Tomcat, Glassfish is there. IIS is there. Apache is there. HTTPD is there. So these are application and web server kind of stuff. Mail servers, storage servers, storage based applications. Okay. Yeah. So just for an example only. Exam server web, database servers. And anybody will tell some database server, Oracle DB, MySQL. Okay. These are database servers, application-based servers. Exchange server, SharePoint server. SharePoint is also a server. Messaging server, chart servers. Okay, so chart servers, application. Next one is server based on a role, correct? Service like a DNS, DHCP, DNS, DHCP, Active Directory, domain services, WDS, WSUS. These are a direct server role or a service oriented. Anything, guys? Any questions regarding this server and Windows OS, server roles and features? Dynamic host configuration protocol. I think it is enough. Any questions or anything, please tell me. Okay. So I'm stopping here.